With an abundance of rivers, lakes, and streams loaded with adventure, scenic views that will take your breath away, biking trails and back roads just begging to be discovered. Sit back and relax as Ray Tucker and longtime journalist Brian Hendricks explore our magnificent state with this week's edition of Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors. Brought to you by Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
Brian Hendricks, do I dare say there's a touch of fall in the air?
It felt like that. It's felt like it for a couple of days. And for the first time, and, since probably last December, I was thinking, man, I'm kind of got the itch to go deer hunting now,
So I started to get up and walk this morning. It was 64 degrees out.
Yeah.
And kind of nippy. And I went back. I'm back in the bed. I should have walked. Guest in studio tonight. Sean Daniels of Darby's Warriors Support Group is in-house. He has been with us several times over the last 10 years. Just finished a major project. We'll visit about that. And Keith Simanowicz, Promotion Director, Park Interpreter at Ozark Folk Center State Park in Mountain View, is with us. Drove all the way down. I can't thank you enough for making the trip. Interviews are always better when you're eye to eye. You know that. You're multi-talented when you're talking about your new music and all kinds of fun things.
Yeah, always nice to talk in person, and pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me, Ray.
All right, we've got 52 state parks. Tell us about your place.
Yeah, sure. Well, the Ozark Folk Center, located in Mountain View, is a little bit different than the other 51 state parks. It's a culture center, so there, of course, there's lots to do for family and folks that make their way to Mountain View. We have a craft village. Between 2 stories, we've got about 20 different working artisans that are making and selling and demonstrating a variety of crafts. I mean, the tradition goes way back, to all of our ancestors of making things by hand out of necessity. We have a variety of old and new crafts that are being demonstrated. Live mountain music in the parks. We call it Ozark folk music, but it's really this sort of Friday or Saturday night music you hear at a local gathering. Fiddle tunes, banjo tunes, songs that have been played in the hills and in Ozarks for 100 and 150 years or so. It's all a part of the Mountain View experience. The Ozark Folk Center's got lots for people to do and to learn as well. We have craft classes and workshops ranging from a variety of things, from quilt making to stained glass and basket weaving to how to make soap or use herbs to make tinctures. We also have in the Craft Village our Heritage Herb Garden, which is staffed by some wonderful gardeners and herbalists that are extremely knowledgeable. So again, talking about what our ancestors knew, the native plants and herbs for medicine, for healing, for cooking, all sorts of events and workshops happening throughout the year to teach and to kind of pass along these traditions. And that doesn't even, we haven't even talked about the music either.
Yeah, would you say a lot of your visitorship are families?
Yeah, a lot of visitors that are families, kids of all ages, especially during the summertime. But we do have a lot of older couples that come, and I think it's sort of built into what the park preserves. But I think as we get older, sometimes we get more interested in how things were and where things come from. And I know that's certainly the case in my life. So digging into some of the old time music, the folk songs and the old gospel music that I heard my grandparents play or heard about them playing was something I really wanted to dig into as a young man after college. So yeah, live music events. Craft Village is open every Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 5, mid-April through October, and lots of opportunities to come learn and to just appreciate and take part in this part of our Arkansas heritage.
The state park where you work it's like Arkansas's got a lot of different ones. Like Dardanelle State Park centers around fishing and RVing and various different ones. Devil's Den is a very outdoors hiking, type of thing, and then you've got this cultural vibe that surrounds yours, and it just goes to show how different the missions are of all the state parks. They're not generic in any way. If you go to an Arkansas State Park, you're going to get a different experience with every one you go to, and the one in Mountain View is just a fantastic fantastic place to visit.
I think so too. There's nothing quite like it, and you mentioned resources. You've got Lake Sylvia here in Pinnacle Mountain, and further up the road along the highway I came, Woody Hollow up in Greenbrier, Pettigene Mountain over in Morrilton. But the people are really the resource that helps to bring alive what we're doing at the Folk Center. So, whether it's 2 hours or 2 days, people come and they visit and they hear stories and they learn from people that have really dedicated their lives to mastering their craft. Folks of all ages. And it's something that we're really passionate about, love to share and teach people, whether they're just coming to the park for a family getaway or if they really want to dig in and stay for a few days and learn a little bit more. It's exciting, and it's a neat thing to be a part of, for sure.
Talking about coming full circle, where this show was born was at a writers' gathering up on the White River when Ray and I met. There was a young man there his name was Nathaniel Samsel, who at that time I guess was about 15 years old. And he played mountain dulcimer, but he was playing, like Painted Black by the Rolling Stones on there. And they were on their way. They stopped by to that gathering on their way down to the Ozark Folk Center to join in the music down there.
Yeah, the annual Mountain Dulcimer, the Dulcimer Jamboree happens the last weekend in April every year. And we get folks, from 15, 20 states, sometimes people from across the ocean to come and take workshops over the course of 3 days and see world-class musicians perform after the workshops at our 1,000-seat indoor music venue, Ozark Highlands Theater. And it's a part of a long tradition. Of course, the Dulcimer Shop, which I should shout out, is just down the road from the Folk Center. They've built, 65,000 of these, purely unique American instrument, the mountain dulcimer.
You said 65,000?
Yeah, 65,000. This would have been since the early 70s when Lynn McSpadden started making them. But it's a neat part of our American story, and certainly something that people come to the Folk Center to see that's unique, that they don't see anywhere else. We've got lots of events coming up too. If you're interested in old-time mountain music or bluegrass music, lots of events on our calendar of events online. OzarkFolkCenter.com is a place to learn more about, whether you're interested in crafts or taking a workshop to learn more about herbs or come to hear music and have a good meal. We've got Bluegrass and Fried Chicken coming up on August 22nd and 23rd. That's a fun festival that we host every August. We have world-class musicians from across the country, some International Bluegrass Music Award nominees, entertainers of the year, pickers and singers of amazing calibers, but then also we like to feature some of the local talent. We start them young in Mountain View. Starting in 4th grade, we've got the Music Roots program for any student that is living in Stone County, whether or not they're a public school student or a homeschooled student. They are available they're able to sign up for this program starting in the 4th grade, and we'll provide them a fiddle or banjo or mandolin or guitar, and connect them with mentors and teachers that will teach them. And so they start young, and we provide the stages, and by the time they get to be 15 or 16, some of them are competing on the national level. And even in just recent case, a wonderful group from up in Mountain View, Sillamore Special, just played some festivals over in Ireland after winning a national or international bluegrass band championship in Nashville just a couple years ago. So I've heard folks say there's something in the water up Mountain View. It's like, well, no, by the time they're 18, they've got more on-stage experience and experience playing with older veterans that have learned the trade, and just put the time in.
So when people visit your park, is there an admission?
Yes.
Well, no, we're going to break. I'm sorry, I did not look at the clock. In about 6 seconds, I did not want you to get in the middle answering that question, and we are notorious for doing that. Anyway, all right, we'll take a pause. Back with more Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors, coming to you live from our Honda North Little Rock studios. Stay with us. Ray Tucker here for Honda of North Little Rock. If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley Edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts. And much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
July is Shark Month at Gwatney Buick GMC. So if your ride is underwater, we're ready to take a bite out of your current payment. Sink your teeth into Sierra 1500 with up to $12,000 off MSRP.
You're going to need a bigger truck.
Chalk $10,000 off MSRP on Sierra 2500 HD. It's a feeding frenzy with Encore GX at just 0.9% and Terrain at $279 a month. Take the bait on Buick and Vista starting under $26,000.
So if you're on the hook for a big payment, let us take a bite out of it.
The most jawsome sale of the year. Don't be a hammerhead. Get to Shark Month at Gwatney Buick GMC. Taking a bite out of your current payment. 5700 Landers Road in North Little Rock. Gwatney Buick GMC.com. GMC. We are professional grade. Some vehicles require qualifying trade-in. All offers with approved credit. Stock numbers 31316, 31021, 31411. Terrain or low mileage leases.
It's a tough time. Injured, and it was not your fault. Hurts in the pocketbook, too. Who do you turn to? Don't call a lawyer and find they're out of state or talk with someone at a call center. Call us at the Brad Hendricks Law Firm and talk to a real Arkansas lawyer directly. And remember, the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. We'll work hard for you. Have for over 30 years. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
Ray Tucker here for Honda of North Little Rock. If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley Edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts. And much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
This is Anthony Lucas, here to tell you about my favorite spot in Little Rock, Corky's. Sure, Corky's may look all ribs and barbecue on the outside, but did you know Corky's was also nominated for Central Arkansas's best catfish? And don't get me started on their chicken, shrimp, and nachos.
Those Big Joe burgers, Anthony.
Big Joe, when did you get here?
You really stealing my thunder, Anthony. Corky's is my place.
No way you love Corky's like me, Joe.
Talk to me when you have your own menu item, Lucas.
Corky's ribs and barbecue.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
See Shelter Agent Christy Pettit in Maumelle, Chad Kesterson in Arkadelphia, or Bo Beavis in Cabot today.
Ray Tucker here for Honda of North Little Rock. If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley Edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts. And much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
And we're back with Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors, and we're visiting with Keith Simanowitz, promotion director and interpreter at the Ozark Folk Center State Park in Mountain View. We were just talking during the break, there's kind of a similarity that all of downtown Hot Springs is like a national park, and it seems like Mountain View is like the national park. It's like the whole town is invested in it in some way, even though it's not actually connected.
We definitely share a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
Mountain View being a quote-unquote folk music capital, of the Ozarks region. You see a lot of people playing music and a lot of people crafting by hand like you do it in the Craft Village at the Ozark Folk Center. We're about just a mile north of the square, which is where the state park begins. We have about 600 or some odd acres there. The park is situated on just 80 acres. So although it would seem like we extend into the court square, they've kind of got their own thing going on.
Right.
But it's common to see music and sort of carrying on some of this culture that we were talking about earlier into the downtown area too.
You also have a great meeting center up there, a conference center that you can do all, how many, what's the accommodation?
Well, we have a few different places people can meet. We have a small theater that seats about 150 in our visitor center. Of course, across the street is the Skillet Restaurant, our Hilltop restaurant. Good place to hang out. Beautiful scenery. Enjoy the outdoors while you're getting the cool air. Enjoying a Southern Fare style meal. We do have cabins at the park as well. We've got 52 sort of duplex style rooms that are located just down the hillside. And then we do have a conference center, and we have folks of all sorts that come and do workshops or train there. So it is certainly a place that, people can come, whether it's a family reunion or a clogging workshop. We get all sorts.
All right. When people talk about taking vacations, economy, they think about the economic impact. If somebody comes up to the visit and want to rent a cabin or whatever, what's it going to cost them?
About $150, I'd say, on average for a room for a night. But that's also, we also do have pricing that will decrease and increase depending on what weekend you're coming. But overall, it can be an affordable place to spend a weekend. We were talking about admission earlier, for folks that are coming. An all-day ticket to the Craft Village and the Heritage Herb Garden that's there, to live music in the park. Programs and entertainment included is $15 for adults or $8 for kids 12 and under, or you can get a $35 family pass.
Very inexpensive then.
It's very inexpensive. We also do, as we mentioned, we have some great talent that come from all across the country to play at our indoor music venue, Ozark Highlands Theater. Tickets are roughly the same for those evening shows. $15 for adults or $35 for a family pass.
So school's getting ready to start back. Things going to slow down for you just a little bit?
A little bit after Labor Day, but we get a lot of school groups too. If there's any teachers out there, folks that have kids going to school, one thing we do is we set up field trips, every spring and fall. In fact, if you email the park or reach out to me, I'm the person that could do that for you. But all the admission for school groups, whether you're a homeschool co-op, a youth group from a local church, or a public school from anywhere here in the state or outside the state for that matter, it's free admission. So as we mentioned, this is a tradition that we're not trying to put behind glass in a museum and don't let anybody touch it. We want people to come and enjoy and experience it, especially for those folks that are living here in Arkansas or living in the Ozarks. We want you to come and understand, learn a little bit about our state park and what makes it such a unique place.
I would suspect that there might be one of those special occasions when you're sitting in with some local people there and jamming, and somebody like a Ricky Skaggs or a Mark O'Connor or a Tom McEwen might drop in and jam with them. That happens, doesn't it?
It does. I don't have any personal experiences with that, but I will say we mentioned Tommy's Famous the other day at the pizza place off the square, and I've seen John Prine sitting in the booth, ordering a pizza with Keith Sykes from Memphis and singer-songwriters from Nashville. I mean, it's a place that folks like to get away, but it also tends to be a place that musicians and people that are into country or folk or bluegrass music come to gather and play. That's a big part of the culture of Mountain View. Grabbing your guitar. You don't have to be a superstar. It's just music done for the fun of it, for the enjoyment of gathering. And people do it all the time. We call it the Pick and Park, right off the Mountain View Court Square, just right next to the Mountain View Music Store and a little ice cream shop they've got there. People just gather and play whenever the weather's nice.
And there's also, we hit on it. We can come back to it after break, but there's right close to there, you've got Gunner Pool, you've got Blanchard Springs recreation area, you've got Barks Head, you've got the South Fork of the Sycamore and the North Fork. They meet there. You've got trout fishing on the White River. You've got all of this outdoors recreation stuff you can do in addition to.
Right. A lot happening, and a lot that draws people to our area. And there's 180,000, acres back there in the the Cellamore district of the Ozark National Forest. So we'll get everybody from motorcyclists to people camping or people that want to walk in turkey hunt and the Cellamore WMA, or to folks fishing out on the river. So it really is a beautiful place and lots of outdoor things to get involved in if that's what you're looking for.
Makes me want to jump in the car and go up there this weekend.
Well, yeah, especially after that last smallmouth trip we had, we would want to duplicate that sometime.
Well, I don't know if we could duplicate that, but years ago when I lived in Heber Springs, I'd go over there every now and then, go to Mountain View and enjoy the festivities. All right, we'll be back with more Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors right after this timeout. Ray Tucker here for Honda of North Little Rock. If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley Edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts, and much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters. When you're out and about in the natural state, whether it's work or play, be sure to make W's Convenience Stores your one-stop shop. With 34 locations in central Arkansas, they're easy to find. Headed to the lake or just taking in the beauty of Arkansas? Stop in at your nearest W's location. Their double blend of coffee is always hot and fresh. Snacks, W's has them. Want more than a snack? Many W's have hot delis. And don't forget the hot breakfast sandwiches. W's, where you gas it, grab it, and go.
Here's NASCAR Hall of Famer Mark Martin.
As a race car driver for 40 years, I survived a lot of crashes. Not everyone can run into a wall at 200 miles an hour and walk away. Without a seatbelt, I wouldn't be alive today. Now I'm retired, back home in Arkansas driving my pickup. I'm shocked how many people aren't wearing seatbelts. Why risk your life when it only takes 2 seconds to buckle up? Take it from number 6. Buckle up, Arkansas.
A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you. With state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
Summer is here, and so are soggy wands and muddy paw prints. Acadi's Touch Landscaping specializes in transforming outdoor spaces with refined solutions, drainage systems, retaining walls, and flower beds designed with ease of care in mind. Plus custom decks, fencing, and synthetic turf design to help clean up your kids' play areas and pet runs. Customize your space to enjoy year-round. Call Acadi's Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770. Let Acadi's Touch turn your dirt into dreams.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
If you've ever stood overlooking a bluff on Pettigene, floated the Buffalo, taken a leisurely drive through miles of Delta farmland, or even witnessed a brilliant sunset from your own backyard, you know Arkansas is full of beauty. Naturally, that leaves no room for trash. Get litter out of the picture and keep Arkansas in its natural state, clean and green. Visit KeepArkansasBeautiful.com to learn more. A message from this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission.
Ray Tucker here for Honda of North Little Rock. If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley Edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts, and much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters. Welcome back to Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors, coming to you live from our Honda North Little Rock studios. Time now to visit with Neil Atkinson with Sarah's Casino Resort down in Pine Bluff. Neil, how are you this evening? Always helps to turn the phone on. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, you got me?
Yeah, I got you. My bad.
All righty, no problem. I just cannot believe it's just 19 days to the first college football game. Now, it's over in Ireland, but, hey, it's a college football game. And we're only 26 days from when the Hogs get on the field against Alabama A&M. But after the crazy trade deadline last Thursday with Major League Baseball, it's time for the race to the pennant. And right now we got 9 Major League Baseball games in action. And then we get the WNBA starting tomorrow back up. And then we got the St. Jude FedEx Classic, first series in the playoffs. The top 70 players will be playing in that. And then after that, they'll pare it down to the next 50 move on, and we'll see how that turns out. So a lot to get ready for.
I can't wait for football to get here. It has to be not only your busiest time, I guess, wagering-wise it is?
Oh, yeah. That first weekend that we have on Labor Day weekend with the first full week of college football is going to be incredible, and we're excited about expanding our offerings. And we're using the preseason. That's right, the NFL preseason gets started in full force this Thursday, too, so we'll be testing out all the systems, and we'll be ready and looking forward to having all of that up and ready and expanding the coverage and letting people make their bets because that's what they love to do.
How do people find you?
Go to BetSaracen.com on the web, or from your phone, just go to the App Store and type in Bet Saracen. Download the app, hit the registration button. Right now, we've got 2 welcome offers you can choose from. You can choose from bet $25 and get $125 in free play, or you can choose and make your first bet a 100% profit boost. Check our promo tab for that, and make sure you get that downloaded now because you won't want to do it right when the games are kicking off here in a couple of weeks.
All right, Neil, always a pleasure. Talk to you again next week, okay?
Take care.
Right, appreciate it.
And we're back with Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors, and we've got with us in the studio a longtime friend of ours, Sean Daniels, representing Darby's Warriors Support. And we had you on way back when you were starting that up. Kind of bring us through what that is and where you are.
So first of all, Brian, it's great to be back on the show. Always good to see you and Ray, and appreciate y'all having me back on. Excuse me. So yeah, Darby's Warrior Support. We host veterans primarily of the special operations community, but if there's somebody out there that needs what we're offering, then we're not turning anybody away. We started out bringing them, here to Arkansas to duck hunt. And I was saying during the break what a great state we have with the Arkansas State Parks and what Game and Fish is doing with the wildlife management areas and U.S. Fish and Wildlife on top of that. But brought them here to duck hunt and then kind of expanded into deer hunting, some goose hunting, and a few other activities, and really had more demand than we had space to offer. And 2022, September of 22, we launched a capital campaign to kind of build our own place. I've never considered myself a fundraiser, but I can tell a passionate story about guys that I served with and sacrifices that they made and the struggles they went through over the course of our nation's longest war, and then after they hung up the uniform. But, we raised over $2.5 million and just finished a 10-bedroom, 10-bath.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just finished a 10-bedroom, 10-bath lodge with a pavilion, 2 pistol bays, 200-yard rifle range, sporting clays, 7-acre lake, slam-packed full of fish, and some young bass that are growing bigger every day.
We did a little virtual tour of that before we got in the studio here, and it's really, really impressive. Tell us about the structure, the facility, what people will encounter when they get there.
Well, if you're driving from Highway 323 from West Point, there's some irony in there, to Des Arc, right? You can't miss it. It's on the west side of the road in one of the turns that you go through. But I mean, it's a 2-story, 10-bedroom, 10-bath, big garage. It's got a huge living room, like a 36-foot ceiling, I still don't know how we're going to get the cobwebs out of the windows up there on the second level. I mean, a beautiful pavilion with a fire pit in it that's vented through the roof. And then you're just overlooking this lake with a dock and 2 boats with electric trolling motors. And you know, we just finished it on the 6th of June, hosting an event. About 30 minutes after my wife said, okay, I'm ready, the first guest showed up. And credits to her, she did a phenomenal job pulling it all together with some interior decorators out of Houston that volunteered their time and services. But I knew it was going to be spectacular, but when it was all done, it exceeded everything I'd ever imagined. And I can't wait to start rolling the boys through there this fall.
If you would, for our listening audience, a little bit about your military background and how this all came about.
So I grew up here. Well, I went to 8th grade through high school graduation here, graduated from Catholic High in 1987. Went off to West Point, graduated West Point in 93. Yeah, there's a story in there because that's 6 years and it's only a 4-year program at West Point. Went on active duty, and then the war started in 2001, and 198 of my closest friends and I parachuted into southern Afghanistan to start the war. And the deployments after that were just rapid fire until I got back from my last one in 2016, and retired in 17. 18 moves, 8 combat deployments, and I wouldn't trade any of it for anything.
What these guys go through, and we have no earthly idea. Those of us who have not been in a war zone and been shot at, or et cetera. And people can't even envision what it's like to have done that.
It's I don't know that I could fully describe all the emotions that go with it, from walking away from your family for a year, to the stress on your family when they know something happened and they haven't heard from you, to trying to reintegrate with your family, to losing teammates along the way, to just wrestling the demons that are associated with all of it in the quiet time, and then now that the war's over, sort of, losing friends to suicide. And
you use the word demons, and that's what they deal with.
They do, and everybody says, "Oh, I'm good." Well, I said I was good, and until I wasn't. And if there's not somebody there to really provide, I mean, for me, it was a extremely skilled mental health professional who worked with me for an hour and a half every week for the better part of 10 months. And it's just hard work. It's not drugs. It's not hospitalization. It's just hard work. And honestly, I think what we're providing at Darby's Warrior Support out at that lodge is a safe place run by like-minded people. And the boys show up, and we can talk about anything they want to talk about. Worst case, they get a dose of camaraderie that they've missed ever since they retired or got out of the military, or just link back up with old friends and make sure everybody's okay, and then follow up afterwards. It's a powerful, powerful experience every weekend.
Over the course of our friendship, you've shared some experiences, very truncated versions of them that kind of give a flavor. And I recently read the book Alone at Dawn that maybe you've heard of. If not, I'll give a copy. But it's, I think, the most succinct look at the Afghan war that I've seen yet. And so we get back here, and people come to you, and you're a big network, the military family. How does hunting and fishing fit into the healing process?
People ask me why duck hunting, and I say, and this is truthful. If you don't know why duck hunting, go sit in a duck blind and watch the sunrise with people you've shared some extremely hard days with, and listen to the birds fly, watch the sun break the horizon, and then when it's shooting time, watch the pure joy that overcomes everybody as the shooting starts. Or, I told somebody a story the other day. Nick Newart, who's our operations manager, put probably 2,000 teal in the decoys one morning just at shooting time. and the boys were watching them and watching them and watching them, and then another 500 to 800 piled in on top of them, and suddenly it was shooting time. And he's like, "All right, boys, shoot them." And nobody fired a shot. They were just in awe,
mesmerized
of the ducks and the sunrise and all that went with it.
Beauty of Mother Nature, yeah.
Well, we'll talk about more of that on the other side of the break here with Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors. We're going to go make a little money, and stay with us. We'll be right back.
Ray Tucker here for Honda of North Little Rock. If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley Edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts, and much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
It's a tough time. Injured, and it was not your fault. Hurts in the pocketbook, too. Who do you turn to? Don't call a lawyer and find they're out of state or talk with someone at a call center. Call us at the Brad Hendricks Law Firm and talk to a real Arkansas lawyer directly. And remember, the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. We'll work hard for you. Have for over 30 years. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
July is Shark Month at Gwatney Buick GMC. So if your ride is underwater, we're ready to take a bite out of your current payment. Sink your teeth into Sierra 1500 with up to $12,000 off MSRP.
You're going to need a bigger truck.
Sean, $10,000 off MSRP on Sierra 2500 HD. It's a feeding frenzy with Encore GX at just 0.9% and Terrain at $279 a month. Take the bait on Buick and Vista starting under $26,000.
So if you're on the hook for a big payment, let us take a bite out of it.
The most jawsome sale of the year. Don't be a hammerhead. Get to Shark Month at Gwatney Buick GMC. Taking a bite out of your current payment. 5700 Landers Road in North Little Rock. Gwatney Buick GMC.com. GMC. We are professional grade. Some vehicles require qualifying trade-in. All offers with approved credit. Stock numbers 31316, 31021, 31411. Terrain or low mileage leases.
Ray Tucker here for Honda of North Little Rock. If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley Edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts, and much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
Join the zone each Monday for Game Balls and Jockstraps, brought to you by A Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Find out who made the best, average, and worst headlines in sports and entertainment each Monday as Justin and DJ give you their Game Balls and Jockstraps on the zone from 10 to 1. It's all brought to you by A Caddy's Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770. Call today to get your landscape updated to a whole new level and be listening for Game Balls and Jockstraps only on 103.7 The Buzz.
Arkansas is known for its beauty. Rolling hills, scenic fields and valleys, and beautiful rivers run through our state. We want to keep Arkansas beautiful, but we need your help. Do your part by not littering and by keeping your community clean. Register for a local cleanup or become a litter grabber to fight litter at your own pace. Your community needs you. Join us in keeping Arkansas beautiful. Visit keeparkansasbeautiful.com to learn more. This message brought to you by this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission.
Ray Tucker here for Honda of North Little Rock. If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley Edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts, and much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
And we're back with Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors, and we are visiting with Keith Simanowitz, Promotion Director and Interpreter at the Ozark Folk Center State Park, and Sean Daniels of Darby's Warriors Support. We've been talking about the great facility that you have built up there, and a lot of people contributed to that. A lot of corporations, a lot of people.
You know, Brian, we did. We had. I'm still in awe of the generosity across the state of Arkansas and even outside the state of Arkansas. I mean, we raised over $2.5 million and over $200,000 in in-kind donations, from the safe door to all the drywall in the lodge and the tape and the putty that went with it. It's incredible to see the patriotism and the support of the veteran community.
And building is just part of it. The upkeep, that's an ongoing thing. So you're going to always need, contributions.
We are. I mean, it's going to take a good chunk of money to run that thing every year. And, we're opening it up for some corporate events. So if you want to come out and do a corporate event, great. We can, open up a skeet range. We can, get some guys who are pretty doggone good with pistols to teach you how to shoot and, let you shoot a 50 cal rifle and, whatever else you want to do while you're out there. Or you can do your favorite thing like mine and just sit there and watch the sunrise and the sunset and the fish feeders go off and just take a deep breath and relax.
I thought you were going to say a 50 caliber machine gun. I went, whoa.
Not a machine, a semi-automatic rifle. It's still something else.
If you've not ever shot one of those, Ray, I think everybody should do that just once.
Just once.
And so you talked about the big bass you got. Game and Fish, or who helped you with that?
We actually got them stocked. We had to pay for it. Game and Fish is great with their resources, but unless it's public access,
gotcha.
Then they're not into donating those fish. But we got 275 bass added about a month, maybe 6 weeks ago, 6 to 8 inches long. So, we're hopeful they're going to grow.
Now, how big's the lake?
It's about 6.5, 7 acres, 19 feet deep, and
nice body of water. Yeah.
Oh, it is. It's fantastic. And if you want to catch sunfish, wow, we could do that all day long.
Who designed
Rule number 1: don't let Brian Hendricks come up there. Okay?
Who designed the lake?
So actually, we I can't spit out his name right now, but he runs dirt pans, and we kind of went out in the pasture and with a zero-turn mower outlined, the shape of what we wanted, and then, told him we want some terraced areas and some shallow areas for bedding and spawning, and he went to work, and it wasn't his first rodeo, so he created an unbelievable body of water for us.
So that's up there near Searcy, and we were talking with Keith here earlier, and, you grew up in that area, but you grew up in a lot of different places. How did you get here, and where'd you come from?
Yeah, well, I grew up originally in the New England, in Connecticut, where I spent the first 17 years of my life. But growing up, I always heard a lot about Arkansas. My mom and dad, who are both from New York, are New Yorkers, as I said earlier. They met in 1976, just down the road in Searcy. And always spoke really highly of their professors and the fellowship they had with their classmates. And I just always enjoyed visiting my family in the South growing up, from the hunting and fishing to old-time gospel and bluegrass music. So when they said, hey, we maybe consider going to school in Searcy, I jumped at it and visited and enjoyed, and I never really left. I just went a little further north.
What hours is Ozark Folk Center State Park open?
The Ozark Folk Center is open up Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Of course, we talked earlier about the Craft Village and the Heritage Herb Garden and the live music that happens there in the Craft Village. That's open for folks to enjoy mid-April through October. We do have special events at our indoor music venue, so if you're interested in about some of this old-time mountain folk music we've been talking about, or interested in coming to hear some bluegrass or see some of the dancing, the jig dancing and the clogging, we have events throughout the year. You go to ozarkfolkcenter.com. That's kind of the nerve center for everything about the park, for classes and workshops, and when we've got special performances at the theater.
Sean, you think we can get a video of Brian clogging up there?
I was just going to ask if the American Plumbing Institute ever mistakenly, booked a weekend for the clogging festival.
Here comes that sexy humor I'm used to, but it's 10 years now.
Well, Brian, the invite's open. I do a beginner jig dancing class every week. We from people that are 7 to 70 that want to come and learn and kind of take a look at what some of our Ozark traditions are all about, from learning to play spoons and washboard to mountain dulcimer and square dancing. We try to bring folks in. So if you're ever up in our neck of the woods fishing,
I'd pay money for that. Now I'm gonna tell you,
we'd love to have you.
I'd charge money for it. So all right, so
there's your donation, Sean.
Say we're coming up, and you're going to give us the insider's custom tour of Mountain View. Take us through a weekend of what that's going to look like and what all we're going to see.
Well, of course. Staying at the Cabins at Dry Creek, on site at the Ozark Folk Center is a good place to start. We're just, it's a nice place to get away, tucked into the woods, but a mile from the Court Square in downtown Mountain View. I would encourage folks to go downtown on a nice, cool evening when local players are out. Mountain View is a place not to just come hear world-class music, but for families and folks to gather to play and to jam just the same way some of our ancestors may have enjoyed it on a front porch or around the hearth and home, fireplace. Stop by the Ozark Folk Center State Park, check out the Craft Village, and take some time to visit with our artisans that are making and selling and passing on some of these hands-on traditions, making things to survive, to works of art, Take a workshop or a class, check out some music if you like at the theater. I would definitely point somebody north to the Ozark National Forest, to Gunner Pool or to Bark Shed if they're interested in camping or getting out in the woods. There's some wonderful swimming holes there, and in the hot Arkansas summers, it's nice to jump into a cool creek, and those are nice places to do it. Plenty of people go down to the river too for a bite to eat, or go rent a John boat. And if you don't have a place, somebody to take you out on the river, you can set that up too.
So the fall and the changing of the leaves, is that a good time for you all?
Yeah, late October, early November is a great time for fall foliage, especially if we get a good rain. October is a wonderful month to visit the park. We have lots of events, workshops. We talked earlier about we've got a wild herbal hike and medicinal herb symposium. If you're interested in herbalism or learning to identify native plants or herbs, that's a great workshop to dive in with knowledgeable people. We've got a string band music and arts festival that happens October 10th and 11th. If you're into old time mountain music,
it's my birthday. I'll be there.
Yeah, hey, come on down. Be happy to put you on the guest list.
He's a music aficionado, and I mean that seriously. You play any instruments?
Yeah.
What?
Well, I play my specialty is bass guitar, but I play a little trumpet, a little bit of six string.
Is there any way he can sit in up there sometime? Or?
Yeah. The Pick and Park at the Mountain View Square is a good place to jump in. You might bring the acoustic bass guitar though, if you got it.
I got one. Yeah.
You might get cross-eyed if you're rolling with the the twin reverb with 12-inch speakers and all that.
Yeah, I got one just for that purpose. Yep. One question I wanted to ask you when we come back on the other side of the break, and we'll get back to it.
All right, and Sean, we want you to give information how people can help you out.
If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley Edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts, and much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, this is Joe Klein, former Razorback and owner of Corky's Ribs and Barbecue.
And I'm Anthony Lucas, also a proud former Razorback and Corky's Barbecue regular customer.
We may represent different sports in different decades, but all generations of hogs agree.
Corky's is the only place to get the most delicious ribs and barbecue at a winning price.
So stop into Corky's now and every day for never-ending specials.
Corky's,
where the hogs come home, baby.
Corky's Ribs and Barbecue.
When you're out and about in the natural state, whether it's work or play, be sure to make Doubleby's Convenience Stores your one-stop shop. With 34 locations in central Arkansas, they're easy to find. Headed to the lake or just taking in the beauty of Arkansas? Stop in at your nearest Doubleby's location. Their double blend of coffee is always hot and fresh. Snacks, Doubleby's has them. Want more than a snack? Many Doubleby's have hot delis. And don't forget the hot breakfast sandwiches. Doubleby's, where you gas it, grab it, and go.
The best memories always happen outside. Hiking forest trails, paddling on glassy lakes, watching a waterfall roaring after rain, roasting s'mores under a sky full of stars. And with 52 incredible Arkansas state parks around the state, all that's missing is you. So what are you waiting for? Pick your park and plan your adventure at arkansasstateparks.com.
Brought to you by Arkansas State Parks, this station, and the ABA.
On your way to the Little Rock Airport, business travelers park fast at Expressway Airport Parking. As you park, our shuttle picks you up, and a 60-second ride later, you're at the airport. Download our app and earn rewards. Simply scan the virtual gate pass to enter and scan again to exit. No waiting, and your receipt is emailed to you. Pay less than municipal airport parking at Expressway Airport Parking, left of the airport entrance, next to the Comfort Inn.
Every day in Arkansas, children face crises like poverty, instability, and family separation. But there is hope. Arkansas Family Alliance connects community members like you to urgent needs like beds, clothing, food, and more through the Care Portal platform. Over 1,300 families have already been impacted. You can help reach even more by becoming a community champion. Whether you're part of a business, church, team, or just want to serve, learn how to get involved at arfamilyalliance.org or call 4769-4110 because strong families build strong communities.
Ray Tucker here for Honda of North Little Rock. If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley Edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts, and much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
And we're back with Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors. We're visiting with Keith Simanowitz, Promotion Director, Interpreter at the Ozark Folk Center State Park in Mountain View, and also Sean Daniels of Darby's Warriors Support. And I've had a theory for a long time. We were talking about music and origins of music.
It's just dangerous.
And, violins traditionally were made of willow and spruce and maple. And that's, a sound develops around the composition of the instrument. And Ozark violins, dulcimers, they're made mostly of hickory, right?
I'm not exactly sure. I've seen them made from everything maple to Osage orange. But that's interesting. Yeah, all the different tone woods. Have
different tone woods. And how did that contribute to the sound of Appalachian music and then later Ozark music, which is really kind of different even than the Appalachian sound?
Right. Well, we could kind of pontificate about that a little bit. I think I think as a dancer and as somebody that's involved in music on the rhythm side of things, I'd say that maybe the speed in which the music was played contributed to the culture maybe just as much or as the tone of the fiddle. So, good question.
Yeah, something I've looked into and I've never really found a good answer for it. But, different guitars also have different sounds based on what they're made out of. And it's just kind of a thing that's always interested me. And those are questions that you can explore at the Ozark Folk Center State Park.
That is a mouthful. All right. I know your park is your favorite. Outside of that, do you have a couple of favorites you like to go to?
Yeah, I do. We've got some neat state parks in our area. Mammoth Spring State Park north of us near the Missouri border is a great one to visit. There's also kind of an Ozark Folk Center connection there too, which is part of the reason I love it. I'll tell a quick story of it. George Hay, who was the founder of WSM Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, he was inspired to start that show after a hoedown he was invited to up in that neck of the woods. And he said after going to a local gathering that he had never seen anybody have more fun than those Ozark Mountaineers that evening, watching people dance and with the fiddle and all that. But Petit Jean is another that I just love.
You know, I came so close to being selected to be on the Castle River Dance, and just didn't quite have it.
Maybe in the next life.
Yeah, maybe in the next life. Ray tried it and it didn't work out very well either. But he did end up throwing out the first pitch at a Arkansas Travelers ball game.
All right.
Brian was not tall enough for the river dance. Okay.
Sean Daniels, what's next? How do you keep it fresh? How do you keep it, going?
So, I mean, a great question, Brian. I want the community to get involved. So if you're traveling between Searcy and Desart, you can't miss the lodge. Come on in. I want the community to meet some of these great Americans that are coming from all over the country, and see the quality of veterans we have in our military wearing the uniform and those who fought our nation's longest war. I failed to mention my general contractor, and I'd like to throw in a plug for him, Clark McCarley with McCarley Construction. He endured me for 18 months trying to apply military operational planning, synchronization background to building a building, and he built a fantastic place, and like I said, endured me and my angst and all that goes with it over 18 months, and he's a rock star.
You all are a 105 point, what is it? Nonprofit.
Oh, 501c3.
501.
Yes, sir.
I'm doing it backwards. I'm going to give you a radio station.
We are a 501c3. All donations are tax deductible to the fullest extent of the law. We need financial support to sustain this thing, and I think the best way to get people to buy in is to come out and be a part of it. And that's part of the reason why we built such a big lodge, so that we could accommodate more people and they could see what we're doing.
All right, they've made a mess out of college athletics. We know that. And so is there a program where somebody can say, hey, we'll do $50 a month, anything like that?
Yes, sir. They can go to our website, www.darbyswarriorsupport.org. There's a donation page on there. And my personal cell phone number and my email direct to me is on that page as well. So reach out if you got an idea, you got a thought, you got to want to. I'm willing to talk about anything anybody wants to talk about.
All right, Damon handed you a little note a second ago.
He did, and let me try to answer this. I'm not exactly sure what we're asking. How a particular section's selected by Darby's Warrior Support. So. The people we host, and I'm not sure if that's what this is focused on, the people we host are out of the special operations community. Why? Because the 5 original guys that came here in January 2002 were all from the 75th Ranger Regiment. William O. Darby is the founder of the modern day Ranger. We felt obligated, we wanted to include his name in the organization, given his impact on the organization. So that's how Darby's was chosen. And that's why we focus on the special operations community. There's more behind that. Don't have enough time to get into it. Why are we where we are? We bought some land a long time ago, and they just kind of built around that.
Sean and Keith, you made for a great show tonight. Young man, you be real careful going back to Mountain View in the darkness tonight. I think the moon's pretty bright tonight. Sean, always a pleasure. We're here if y'all need us, okay? Folks, hope you enjoyed the program. We'll catch you next Monday night, 7 o'clock, right here at Ray Tucker's Arkansas Outdoors.